How's it going, everybody? Magnitude here. Today, I'm going to talk about the MCU in Phase 7 after Secret Wars and the Multiverse Saga have finished. There's a lot of talk about a reboot, although I don't know what extent this would be. I really don't see the MCU having a hard reboot, but I could see them using Secret Wars to reboot a few franchises. But I think franchises with ongoing storylines like Spider-Man or Fantastic Four will be saved at the very least. But really, I want to talk about what specific projects will be releasing after Secret Wars in 2028 and beyond. Since we know with how Marvel is always spinning ahead that there are several projects in the works, so what are they? To get the obvious out of the way, Blade. A Blade reboot has been in development, or should I say development hell, for a while. It was announced back in 2019, and that was already 6 years ago. The release keeps getting pushed back, but given that there is a rumor the next saga of the MCU will be the Supernatural Saga, and will focus more on the supernatural side of the universe, I think Blade would be a right project to start that saga. Blade previously had a voice cameo in the Eternals post-credits scene.
Sure you're ready for that, Mr. Whitman?
And has appeared in animation in Marvel Zombies. But still, this version of the character has yet to appear in a live-action movie. The other older Blade, Wesley Snipes, did have an appearance recently in Deadpool and Wolverine. But that was a different universe, Blade. If the Blade movie is a success and the rumors about the Supernatural Saga turn out to be true, then we can definitely expect a Midnight Suns movie down the line. We already do have a lot of Midnight Suns characters in the MCU, including Ghost Rider, who appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, Moon Knight from his own series, Werewolf by Night, Elsa Bloodstone, and Man-Thing, who all appeared in the Werewolf by Night special presentation, Doctor Strange and Wong, and Jennifer Kale, who appeared in Agatha all along. Also, David Dastmalchian, sorry, I know I'm butchering that name, has said he wants to play Morbius in the MCU, who is also a notable member of Midnight Suns. And we have already seen Mephisto, who is a major enemy of the Midnight Suns, appear in Ironheart. I definitely think this movie is long overdue for the MCU, since a lot of the characters have shown up already, so I'm waiting, Marvel. Another project that was announced a long time ago is Armor Wars, announced back in 2020. It's supposed to follow Rhodey, aka War Machine, dealing with the aftermath of Tony Stark's death, and the consequences when some of his tech falls into the wrong hands. It was originally a series, but has been since changed to a film. And we haven't heard much else about it in that 5 years since it was announced. Kind of feels late to do this project now, since I think this would have been a good project to come out back in 2021, right after Endgame, but there is a possibility it could still be released. Shang-Chi 2 is still in development, which surprises me that it hasn't come out sooner, but between you and me, I don't think the Multiverse Saga was as well planned out as the Infinity Saga was. But nonetheless, it is still coming out. Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time is a title that has been trademarked for the movie, but is not confirmed that it'll be the title of the movie. Shang-Chi is also confirmed to return in Avengers Doomsday and probably also Secret Wars. Black Panther 3 is confirmed to be in development. I don't know what the title would be, probably something like Black Panther Wakanda Reborn or something, but apparently Denzel Washington is confirmed to be in it. I don't know in what role that would be. If I'm being honest, I don't really have that much interest in the Black Panther franchise anymore. I don't really think the movies work without T'Challa, but there is a rumor that T'Challa's secret son, who was revealed at the end of the last movie, is going to somehow be aged up for a role in this movie. But if I were them, I would just use Secret Wars to revive T'Challa with a new actor, or just reboot Black Panther at this point. Another movie we definitely been waiting for a long time is the X-Men reboot. The last X-Men film in theaters was Dark Phoenix, and that film was not very good. The last really good X-Men film was already more than 10 years ago with X-Men Days of Future Past in 2014. So I am definitely looking forward to this. Kevin Feige said this will be a very youth-oriented, focused, and cast movie, which I think means the cast will be younger and have a very teenage/young adult vibe. which I think is exactly what the X-Men need. I think there was a rumor about this movie being called The Mutants for some reason because they want to differentiate themselves from the last franchise, but I think that's dumb. Just calling the movie X-Men or even Uncanny X-Men will be fine. The cast hasn't been announced yet, but I think as we approach or even after the release of Secret Wars, we can expect to find out a lot more about this movie. Doctor Strange 3 is another movie we can expect sometime soon. It's one of those movies that's being heavily rumored, and I think a lot of us expected it to come out before Secret Wars, which could still be possible. The rumored title is Doctor Strange Time Runs Out, and it's expected to be an adaptation of the Time Runs Out storyline from the comics, which led into the 2015 Secret Wars event. We can expect it to follow up on the post-credit scene from the last movie and involve Doctor Strange and Clea dealing with incursions that might have something to do with the Dark Dimension as well. I feel like I keep seeing rumors about Mark Ruffalo talking to Marvel about another Hulk film, and although I definitely want another Hulk movie since there hasn't been one since 2008, I'm afraid we're going to have to take any rumors with a grain of salt for now, especially seeing as Universal still owns the rights. Still, I think after Hulk's cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine, we're all waiting to see Hulk versus Wolverine in live action. Other sequels I think we can definitely expect down the line are Spider-Man 5, Fantastic Four 2, Deadpool 4, and possibly, although a tad less likely, Thor 5. That's it for the films. That just leads to the series, which there isn't a lot of information about the potential series after Secret Wars, but we can definitely expect both Daredevil Born Again, X-Men 97, and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man to continue. Other series that have been heavily rumored but not announced are a sequel series to Agatha All Along, focusing on Wiccan trying to find his long-lost brother Tommy, and also some kind of project focusing on the Young Avengers. Projects that have been greenlit but put on pause include a Nova series, which would be focused on Richard Rider, the original Nova, which is long overdue since the Nova Corps actually already appeared as far back as Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014. Also series based on the comic storylines Terror Inc. and Strange Academy. Terror Inc. is about an anti-hero mercenary named Terror, which definitely is on the horror side of the Marvel Universe and could fit in if the Supernatural Saga rumors are true. And Strange Academy is just as it sounds, just about Doctor Strange training a group of young sorcerers. That's it for the series, unfortunately. I know a lot of us are still waiting to hear about Hawkeye and Moon Knight Season 2, which is disappointing, but there isn't any indication of whether those are happening. But still, we can only hold out hope. Thank you guys for watching this far in the video. I hope you'd enjoyed. If you wouldn't mind, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, share this video with a friend. Also, if you leave a comment, it's really good for the algorithm. So for now, I will see you in another universe.